Hello guys, hello brothers, my name is Mr. Ramley. Today's topic we're going to talk about price of food stuff in DRC, really price of food stuff in Democratic Republic of the Congo. And today's video is a great time with people. We're going to discover, we're going to debate exactly in depth. And about this topic, we have got some questions. And the first question is, who increased the price of food stuff? And the reaction of members, I'm waiting for you, which will be for the first or the second one. But I think you members are going to exactly to give your point of view about this thing. Who increased the price of food stuff?
Price of food stuff in DRC. Okay, our first question is, who increased the price of food stuff in Congo?
Kabila. Oh, come on, man.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Who increased the price of food stuff in Congo? Okay,
important for you or not, but I feel like saying that the government is the responsible of increasing price of food is a little bit shady, because the government doesn't sell anything for us. Maybe they don't make the markets, or they don't do markets, but it's us, you know, who are increasing the price by ourselves. By the way, we would like to increase the price, or to tax, you know, the verb to tax, yeah. And the problem is what? The responsible have a part of things to do what? To make some, to take a plane. To take a plane means to take a decision instead of people get scared of increasing price whatever they want. Yeah, they have a decision to make instead of to discipline people to not increasing the price of stuff or food stuff.
Okay,
yeah, that's it.
To me, it's not government.
About what Chris said, I have my own opinion. I don't support
your own opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that, you know, be saying that the matter is us. So I don't think so. You know, the problem is what? The problem is not us. Because, you know, like in our, you know, towns in DRC, we don't eat what we are, you know, making in our country. Okay, all we export, all are coming from abroad. We know it.
Export.
Yeah, export. Okay. We don't produce anything here.
Really?
Of course. Of course.
What about cassava?
Cassava. So it's now all people who can eat cassava.
Okay.
You know it. The problem is what? You know, something like, you know, the price of, you know, what we call kabila in French. That price, only the government can fix it. Okay. Okay, the same with the food stuff. Okay. The problem is what? They don't make control. They don't make investigations. That's what the problem. If someone, okay, someone can, it's not bad to have benefit in your business, but you cannot, you know, you cannot overdo. That's what the problem. Someone who went to Namibia to buy a box of fish in $3, but he's come to sell here, I think something like, you know, 43. Can you imagine? They don't make control. That's what the problem. Yeah. I think that our, you know, authorities has a part of responsibilities.
Okay.
That's reality about what my friend just said here. Yeah. So I got a question for him.
Yeah.
Man,
even
you, all of you.
Yeah.
So you're able to make a decision without your head.
Okay. To make a decision without
your head.
Without your head, you can't.
I mean, is your arm?
You can't.
Is your arm do something that your head didn't tell him to do?
Let me tell you something. You can make a decision without your head. What means you will make a bad decision. You know, a bad decision is also a decision.
I mean what? Everything as we got a brain here means it's controlling every our senses. What we're doing in the life. So we're gonna have the head, and then we're gonna lead all of our bodies, all our bodies. Sorry, please. And I want to say the government is like a head.
The head.
They have to watch out over us. They have to keep an eye on us, because when we do something bad, They're gonna be there to correct us, to bring us to the, on the right way. If they don't do that, who's mistaken? It's not the population, it's the government.
You're not the one. Not the speak.
Can I speak? Yeah. All right. I mean, the question that my man had just come to ask me is about if can you make a decision without hate. What specifically you mean by hate? Because talking about head, you want to say brain, to get your brain moving, or the head of this our superior or the government, the leaders.
I mean, is the government not aware of what people are doing across Kinshasa?
Of course.
They're aware of it, that prices are increased.
Okay, so saying
this
that
is business, they know.
Okay.
You can't do anything without the government knowledge.
I get now the answer. Yeah, I get an answer.
Yeah.
So I mean that by saying that it's like a drone, maybe because that's exactly what I was talking. I was talking that the prices are increasing by the seller person, by us who are selling things, but is now up to the government to take the plunge, in order as people who are increasing the price, we are going to be disciplined, and we are going to do that again. That's it. That's what I was what I was saying. I mean, he just faking bullshitting things, saying that a lot of shit that I was not saying, and thinking that I was wrong, but I was not.
So what the price the government?
Man, give the floor.
Yeah. What the price the government ain't fix any price. Any price here, DRC. That's why shopkeepers are doing what they're doing. They do. What the price?
Or the increasing of the price of food.
I didn't see you a dog.
That is my goal, man. So this is the government. So let me take an example of the house. If a child is doing something bad, the father got the power to punish him. You know what I'm saying? And the government must punish him those that are doing the shit, like to increasing the price of food in the market. Like you can, for example, I'm a garden and I got my cassava leaf. I need to go to sell it. I'm thinking, what kind of price that I can sell my cassava leaf? That is the problem of the government. Government must put the rules that people must follow. The price is increasing. Is increasing in DRC by the irresponsibility of the government.
Man, when you go to buy something high price, and so you'll buy it so high price too.
So man, our government know that the price of kangaroo is increased. You know that?
Yeah.
The government knows that. Knows.
Yeah.
It's the problem. My government must do something.
They fix the price.
Leader, can I get a few?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, the leaders, for the question between government and sellers who can increase the price. In my understanding, it means that we have to analyze well between government and economical operators who are the relevant person to fix the price, because if not, it is not the problem of just increasing, but to fix, because when we fix, we can increase or decrease the thing. So about the common list tenants, the government cannot fix the price. The decision to fix the price belongs to the economical operators. The government is there to regulate. It means the government gonna put some limits, and the sellers gonna be there to decide the price without going high, going over the limit put by the government.
According to you, who increase the price of food stuff in the company?
Sellers and the government. No. Myself, I'm going to speak. You're not. Okay. Yeah. According to me, is just this economic operators, because as they're blocking food to get inside the country, then we can't have too many stuff to sell. That's why the food just, how can I say it, became expensive.
And the second question is, strangers sell in the small numbers or details instead of being focused to sell exactly in the large numbers about price of things here or about food. That is exactly the question. Why strangers, why foreigners, they sell in the small numbers instead of being really focused to sell just in the large numbers? That is our second question. I'm waiting you again. You have just to give your point of view. Second question is saying why Congolese?
Why strangers sell in small numbers or details instead of selling only in large numbers?
So the biggest problem in Congo is the priority that the government or the state that are given for strangers. You see, in other countries like Ivory Coast, like China, like Japan, like Indian, you can see that when you come, you a stranger, you can sell in the small numbers. Small numbers normally is for those who live in this country. Like us, China, can you imagine you go, you buy a battery, guy, a battery. It's impossible. The battery normally is you create your own stuff, then you can buy. Can you imagine that you go in one kind of shop, you buy a candy, a sweet? Impossible. It means you have to buy the package, right? You have to buy the package. All these numbers, the small numbers is for Congolese. If they got this priority, like my friend said, before doing this kind of stuff, first they've got a meeting before we Gentini. They told Gentini, please, you know, I have let you do this. Gentini tried to make something like it wasn't a ray of this thing, but normally it was really a ray of this thing. You know, and we see China, the Chinese people, Indian people, those who are come from IT, I don't know what kind of country. In Congo we call it just Libanese. They've sold in the way that we can imagine. The problem is what sometimes they call it Ndingawi. The problem is what? Is because they are really focused, and because the government, really the state, exactly the government of one town, maybe Kinshasa, Matadi, something like that, they've given them a lot of priorities. And themselves, they say, no, China's, they can buy this, but they can't allow them because it's like, you know, when we are doing state exam, state exam, the supervisor is there. You've already given money for the supervisor. It means instead of that, the supervisor must be really focused on you to supervise you. You can supervise the chief of the center. Why? Because he's already taken money and the power is here in his lips. It means what we find in our government. The government can say anything because the Indian, Chinese, Koreans, some people like Ndingali, they've already put the power in the lips of our authorities. That's the same thing.
Let me tell you something.
They came from far from their country and they come here. They are more than ourselves.
It means that we are lazy.
Try to mind. Try to not. The interesting question you have to ask yourself is: there is some tenant or some laws who forbid us for selling in the market. There is some obligation. There is some laws in our country who are against us to make business.
No,
I don't know. So why we are not more? Why foreigners are many? Not just by lack of money. It means that we free, but we are lazy and we don't have the vision for this country. And foreigners, they bring us the stuff, for instance, the radio, the television, many things, and they are feeding us. I can say for having the corn, having the stuff, even the fish. We are feeding by foreign country, and they come here and reason why.
We say we are feeding by foreign country, but we have seeds in DRC, we have ground can cultivate. But we are feeding by foreign country.
We are not producing we are not saving ourselves from our fish in our country.
Try to go at Luwambuku. There. Is your name?
Yeah, not my name. So thanks for the joke. I want to react. You know, my man here said Congolese were lazy. Let me disagree.
Yeah, disagree.
This is not a question about laziness. Yeah. Being lazy. No. Here Congolese are getting by. We're surviving. We don't have good leaders. How are you supposed to make business in a country where there is a lot of taxes, fees to pay? We're talking about trade. And when a cop is coming to ask you, give me this for, what we call it, Kimbopeto, give me this for salon, how are you supposed to move forward? That's a fact. Come on, man. How are you saying we're lazy? You see how many guys are working across the road? Just see, on the road here, many guys are getting by. We're surviving. You can never say we're lazy. The matter is just, there, they got base, they got money. We don't have money. That's why we're just trying to do with the little what we have to move forward. You can never say we're lazy. No, I'm against.
Increasing of dollars rate that push to increase food stuff or what?
You got it, Flo. Okay,
I think yes, because our money, Congolese friends, doesn't have many consideration. You know, because we depend from foreign and we depend from foreign money, for instance, the dollar, American dollar. You know, because they are producing and they send us, they fix the price from their country. In our country, in DRC, we cannot fix the price for the computer, phone, for instance, the dress, the clothes, you know. We cannot, we can fix this, the price even for the bag, I can say, because we don't produce and our money doesn't count, doesn't have any consideration, I can say. As the stuffs are into the market and so on, the stuff, the price for that is increased. That is following logic, I can say, because we don't produce. If we start to produce ourselves, we will have this opportunity to regulate, to fix the price, and you gonna see we will be a freelance from dollar. You know, the dollar don't have many consideration for that. I can use only my money, because for having the dollar, for instance, for having the computer, for making something in my business, I will not be in need of dollar. Then Congolese friends, our money will have the consideration. Foreigner can look for having our money. I can be Rwandese, for instance. For having the phone made in Congo, I need their money. I need Congolese friends. And he translates his money in Congolese free so that he can buy our product. You know, it means that if we don't produce in our country, we will still depending from foreign dollar.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. Why? Because there are two things here in DRC that we have to know. Congolese, as we are, we selfish and greedy. $10 in Congolese francs. In Congolese francs, it is 10,000 Congolese francs. $10. In DRC, it is 10,000 Congolese francs. But the price of stuff across Kinshasa here, you're gonna see at Sedembao, another price. Ipen, another price. Down Pompage, another price. Why? Because as guys we are here, even if the man talked about dollars here, that's the increasement, that's the main cause of the increasement of food. But we got now $10 is 10,000 Congolese francs. Why sell it? Shopkeepers, they have different prices. Why?
Okay. It's also something important that we have to do, first of all. And but I get to say this. You know, the money, foreign money doesn't make is not really a main problem that make this country poor. It's not that. So as we are all yelling at each other, trying to figure out what thing it is that's making the trouble in this country, that's why we are losing. That's why we are losing. Yeah, that's all.
In all townships, for example, at Selimbao, you can find another price. Go at Gombe, you find another price. And in Congo, there are something. When someone is driving the car, you go to say something, they increase the price directly. And when you are working on food, you ask something, they decrease the price. We're facing this kind of thing everywhere. Yeah, why?
According to the president, the speed that is going to cut up prices. Okay, I think that it's a good idea, but the main problem is, how do we call the economic operators? They are like a stumbling step for them. Okay, they don't allow him to do it in a nice way, but I just expect that if we let him having time, it can be good, and he's going to do it so that we can have food.
Okay, so why the price of food are not exactly the same in all townships? For example, in Selimbo Township, you find another price. In Bombo Township, you find another price. But exactly the same stuff, but you find different prices of food. That you would like to know exactly why the price of food are not the same in different townships of Kinshasa. That we like to find.
Get down to what we call it? Sanamam. Get down to Bumbu. You're gonna see bunches of
try to go to Gombe. Try to go to Makampai.
A handful of guys who are living good. Who eat it 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Who's eating 3 times a day? Just try to get even. Who cares? We cares. Who cares that? Come on, tell me that. You better tell me things that are serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother. The problem is what? You know, be saying like that, it means that one day you can even be the president, you won't do nothing.
I'll never be the president. Okay. I want to live here to Paris.
Oh, you're speaking just for speaking, man.
I'm never going to do this.
You don't know.
I just want to cross my name, cross off it.
Man.
You know that I'm a Congolese.
You know the problem is what? You know, the change is not something that can come just in one day. No. The change is with the time. The change work together with the time. We must wait. You know, but when I'm seeing people saying that no, Fashi must build our country good. No, he is going to do something, but not at all. No. Okay, we must know it. Yeah. Just because he has just in the 10 years in the power, we must know it. You know, the problem is what, man? What you said is not something good. We must to learn how to bless our country, to say good word to our country. Okay, because what your mouth.
The United States have got 54 states inside, but they love each other. We touch all America.
Even up there.
But here, we don't have love, man. We can't even develop.
You must know that. The devil is here. We cannot be all in good, you know.
We're talking with God. We're putting God's
when you say something, someone stand against, it's not the lack of love. It's the beauty of the democracy. Oh, okay, of course. In the democracy, we must have.
Oh man, that's the flow. That's if you go and see the man. Oh man, my lady speak. So we don't have a lot of space. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, why the price of food are not the same in all towns?
I will just say that it's because of the government hesitate. Yeah. Because if the government had some people who were hired to, how can I say, to keep an eye on all those people, okay, then no one can stand in a certain day and say, I'm going to rise up the price, because he knows that if he does, then just the government's gonna harass him, right? So that's
very important.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I just say that in this point, it's the fault of the government. Is mistaken, sorry.
If I this interesting question, I can say our country is suffering from the deficit of leadership of the state. The authority of the state is not is not the reality, and we need them to have the lordship. It means that when they arrest something, we see the realization.
Like in the time of Mobutu.
When they try to, we need things to become doable here in our country. So they have to manage well. Before taking some decision, you think first, because the executive cannot make everything in our country. We have many domains, and those different domains has to chat first with the government. When you want to realize something, you consult the relevant person or group or I can say or department, so that we can take decision together. They can guide you, and then we gonna see that our government will have the lordship or the authority when they are doing everything.
Thank you for watching this video. I'm really happy because you've already reached the integrality of this video, and the title is the price of foodstuff in DRC. And what I would like to ask you is to subscribe. When you subscribe, it will be better when you put a new video already. It means you'll be the first one to be noticed. And when you subscribe, don't forget exactly to activate the bell of notification, because when you activate the bell of notification, it means you'll be the first one to be noticed when you put a new video really online. I think the new video is coming. We're going to prepare a great topic again. We talk about something that will be really good, really valuable for you. Right now, at this moment, I'll let you by guys, and God protect you. See you, and don't forget to subscribe. My God bless you. Bye.